Madam Speaker, let me also clarify a number of things in relation to our cost of living that has been excessively politicized. In fact, Madam Speaker, Fijians are being continuously misled to an appalling extent with facts that are being deliberately manipulated, half-truths, in fact at times no truths, masquerading as facts, data and numbers created out of thin air. The fact, Madam Speaker, is that no government in the past has ever taken such huge leaps to improve the lives and livelihoods of ordinary Fijians. This government, unlike any other, has introduced a number of policies, many of which are unprecedented, to address bread and butter issues and ensure that the cost of living is kept low. Our policies are increasing people's spending power. Because parents no longer pay school fees, they may be able to improve their house. Because their medicines are subsidized, they might buy more clothes for their children. Because they no longer pay to connect to electricity or water, they can put money in the bank to save for emergencies. This literally puts more money in their hands so that they can make their own economic choices. We have done this by fully funding schools, by lowering VAT across the board, by lowering taxes, by lowering duties, by increasing welfare payments, by subsidizing medicines and bus fares, and providing legal aid. It is a fact, Madam Speaker, that Fijians are consuming more now. Most of our indicators show strong consumption activity in the country. Vehicle ownership has substantially increased. There are about 500,000 smartphones in our country, in a country of about less than 900,000 people. There are more SIM cards in Fiji than actual people. Duty and VAT have decreased on items Fijians use every day. Home construction is rising. More factories and warehouses are being built. People are making improvements to their homes. Thousands of young Fijians are going to universities and technical colleges more than ever before. This is happening because all the economic and social measures government has taken work together to give people more disposable income. Still, Madam Speaker, we hear the simplistic cry to single out products for VAT exemptions. It is the siren song of populism, a shameless appeal to emotion that tries to conceal a fundamental lie. But this government, Madam Speaker, prefers to treat problems, not symptoms. We prefer a systemic cure and sound economic management, not magic elixirs and band-aids. A cure that reflects the real way people live and shop. This government, Madam Speaker, has reduced VAT on all these consumables and also on other day-to-day commodities that people need. This has made them affordable and reachable, and that has expanded every household's budget. However, Madam Speaker, despite reducing VAT and duty, we all know that some businesses do not pass on the reduced VAT and duty to the consumers. 35 companies have now been prosecuted for this violation and will continue to vigorously enforce the law. We've also discovered, for example, Madam Speaker, when we had reduced the duty on cereals to 0%, for example, the price on these cereals did not come down. That is because 4 or 5 food importers control 60 to 70% of the market, and they are often exclusive suppliers of some of these items. They dictate prices, and they maintain their power by threatening retailers. Sell it at our price or we'll cut you off. For example, we removed duty on baby product items last year, but Johnson & Johnson products are imported by only one company, and it can dictate the selling price to the retailers. And the supermarkets and pharmacies, unfortunately, have to pass on these prices to the consumers. So no amount of VAT exemption will reduce the price of these items. No amount. In order to remedy the situation, Madam Speaker, we made it an offence in the last budget for businesses not passing on VAT and duty reductions. To give this measure more teeth, for the first time, we have set up a separate unit in FIRCA and the Ministry of Economy to work very closely with the Commerce Commission to ensure that those in monopolistic positions cannot dictate prices. The Commerce Commission will be empowered to monitor the prices of wholesalers and those who hold sole distribution rights, and any who hold monopolistic positions and who will now have to justify their prices. The Commerce Commission will work with FIRCA to go behind the screen to investigate abuses and develop appropriate regulations to ensure prices are not dictated through monopolies or cartels, and to ensure compliance with the law. So in the near future, Madam Speaker, the prices you will see on the supermarket shelves will not be the ones dictated by these bandits. Madam Speaker, in the same context, we have already conducted meetings with major supermarket chains only last week. Of course, some of them have not been doing the right thing either. They've set up buying houses offshore. So they buy products overseas through these companies of theirs they set up offshore and sell goods to themselves. So effectively, they buy an item twice and try to claim their markup is less than it is. They over-invoice and shift their profits, Madam Speaker. Their greed is pricing many Fijians out of the market for things they should be able to afford. This will not continue. and we want to assure all Fijians that we will have a fair and competitive market. Recently, Madam Speaker, by way of example, FIRCA found anomalies at one supermarket chain that resulted in penalties and fines for that supermarket and assessments that will total $53 million. $53 million, Madam Speaker, just from one supermarket chain. Madam Speaker, imagine how many more there are out there that we can prosecute. And they've already started paying those fines. Also, Madam Speaker, there are still cartel retailers in Fiji. So 2 or 3 suppliers of a particular product can agree not to sell a product below a particular price. This is price fixing. Madam Speaker, it has no place in a free economy, and our government will no longer tolerate companies that want to make enormous margins through greed. They hold back the economy, they hold back growth, they hold back the ability of ordinary Fijians to spend in other areas. We are providing additional funding to the Fiji Commerce Commission, and FIRCA will establish a unit to enforce the law. The Ministry of Economy will also establish an economic intelligence unit.